back him up a bit more, because against Wynnum last week he stood out like anything. He was through the first line of defence and he showed he can offload.
Knocked back that one there by Ackerman. Redcliffe keeping the ball alive. Singleton out to Essex. Essex to Hurren, trying to get on the outside, but the sliding defence from the Clydesdales. Robinson's there at dummy half. There's Singleton. The long ball out there to Gould. He's got a couple of players running on the inside. Goes on the outside. There's Hinchy. Hinchy looks for support. Finds Wilson. Wilson into a yawning gap. Going for the try line, but just cut down in a good tackle. Clydesdales. Out to Gould. Gould cross field to open spaces. Here's Wilson. There's the try. Wilson scored it. Beautiful
front rowers for Redcliffe with Lindsay, and of course they have Ian Graham, who's now pretty well back to form. But good defence here by Toowoomba, moving them backwards. But still they're short of the halfway, so they've got a fair way to go. And Stenner sliding over in those wet conditions. And look at that defence from Redcliffe. Troy Lindsay and Chris Essex combining to get rid of the ball. Starting to run a little bit short of tackle, so using the backs this time. Chance, Cameron Hurren straight through a gap, across the halfway he goes, looking inside, he finds Singleton. Singleton might have the pace, off he goes, he's going to score. Tony Singleton goes over and scores for Redcliffe, their second try, and this is not
after 20 minutes. Back on the left-hand side goes Hinchy, gets hit by Evans. There's Tony Evans, dangerous in that position. Peter Robinson to Hinchy. Hinchy breaks that first line. There's the second line break. Hinchy in good cover defence. That was Murray straight away here. I didn't think it was the last tackle. Hamlin knocks it straight down the throat of Adam Mogg. And once again, they're at the end play on their six. Here comes Mogg straight through the line. Looks on the outside for support. He's got it in. Robinson. Has he got enough pace? No. Decides to come back on the inside tackle. That's the fourth tackle it is. Singleton. Long pass out here to Mogg. He was the one who made that initial break. And Mogg goes straight through. Back on the inside. Lost his support. Finally found Hurren. James Brown, a very accomplished kicker from West last year. Knocked it over. There's the first points for the Clydesdales. And therefore, the pressure valve is off. And with only seconds up to half-time, and another penalty coming up.
I know you're running into the tackle, be very careful. Lifted it up.
No, it's a penalty. Sorry, I'll take it back. This is a penalty in possession from Ian Graham, lifting his elbow when carrying the football. Arm away from your chest. Brown with another chance to add more points. And he's hit it nicely, straight down the middle for James Brown. And it could well be that the ground clock still shows another 5 minutes on our clock here. And we've certainly shown that
only about 5 metres out, but that's the fifth tackle as well. So Hurren a dummy half, and a little kick through there by Gould. Here's a chance, it could be a try, I think. Is it a try to Essex?
A bit more enthusiastic about it, but they're a good side. There are a number of representative players in their side, 9 of them, so they're going well, and our boys are going well.
Can they do it again? Robinson, the pass out to Gould. Gould, the grubber kick in again. Brown has got no, Bartholomew has got a hold of it. He can't get out of his in-goal area, though.
The dummy half. He's going to keep it going to the left. Little kick by Ackerman. Comes off a Toowoomba player who can regather the ball in the in-goal area. Ruled the knock-on.
Sideline to sideline, the Dolphins. Little set piece here. Back to Malouf. There's Schultz. Schultz tries the little grubber kick in the in-goal area. Good work, though, from Adam Mogg. He's had a strong game, Adam Mogg, and when required to defend.
5 metres out from the line. Miller for the corner. He's got size, but he's into touch.
Went for the corner all right, but just happened to hit the wrong side of the corner post. The big man thought he could sneak across on that blind side. Bartholomew and Stenner had different ideas. It's so important to have a good returner of the kick. Ian Graham up the middle off a good inside ball. The Toowoomba defence now getting very tired.
He's got all the time in the world, just ticking the clock down. And he's kicked it well, so Singleton adds an extra 2 to take Redcliffe to a 20 points to 4 lead.